All right, guys, so we are back from that interruption with the Zoom. All right, now, as I was saying, guys, so for this question, let us see if we can apply what we just learned from the previous two examples. And so what we want two numbers, or two factors, two numbers that multiply to give you -3. When you add them, you get. That's a dangerous man. What would those two numbers be? Anybody?
-3 and +1, sir.
All right, so you can use -3 and +1. Now, it means then we have to replace the middle term with those two numbers. So how are we going to write this? We're going to
X squared.
we have -3 and +1. So
yes, sir.
we can write it either -3x plus
X.
Or if you want to write it the other way around, x minus
3x.
3x. But you can do it either way. So you're now going to replace the -2x with one of these. So I'm going to replace it with the second one. So I'll get x squared plus x minus 3x and we have -3. So now we can factorize by grouping. So for the first pair, what is common? So for this pair, the common factor would be, anybody?
X.
Common factor would be x. And so we divide each of these terms by x. So x into x squared will give you back x. And everybody should know by now why that is so. Then we keep our plus sign in the middle there. So x into itself give you what? X into itself, students?
1, sir.
1 time.
1. All right, so that first bracket would have x plus 1. What would you use now for your HCF for the second bracket here? What is common?
-3.
All right, so let us use -3. So -3 into -3x. What are we going to get?
Positive.
X.
Positive X.
All right, so we will have the -3 cancel out, leaving positive x. And now -3 into -3 give you 1. So you get what? Positive 1. So now we have both expressions in the two brackets are the same. And so we treat the expression now as our common factor, x plus 1. And then now we divide each term by x plus 1. So we have remaining in the brackets. So, oops. So we take out x plus 1. So we take out x plus 1 as our common factor. Open our brackets, x into x bracket x plus 1 cancel out, leaving x. When you divide the next term, the x plus 1 cancel out, leave -3. And so that those would give us our factors for this expression. All right. Everybody should be good with these. All right, let us move along. So here we are with some questions. I think it is time for you now to show us what you learned. So go ahead, guys, try these, and then now be prepared to walk me through your answers. All right. So I'll give you probably about 10 minutes or so to do these. All right, go ahead, guys. Whenever you're through, we'll go through them together. All right, guys. I think we can start working these now. Who wants to do the first one? On a volunteer, what are the two factors that we multiply to get 6 and then we get -5? What are they?
-3 and -2, sir.
All right, so we're going to replace the middle term. We're going to replace the -5 with -3 and -2. So I'm going to write x squared, and we're going to replace this with -2x. And then we have -3x. Then we have +6. All right. So now if we factorize this by grouping, we take out the common factor for this pair, which is x. We take out, and then we take x into x squared, leaving x. X into -2x, just leave it with 2. And then for the second one now, the second pair, the common factor we use -3. So -3 into -3x give you x. -3 into +6 give you -2. Now the two brackets are the same, so we pull out x -2. Or divide each term by the x -2. For the first term, we did with x. And for the second term, we have left -3. Everybody get that? Let me see the hand if you got that one. Who got that? Mr. Agino. Anybody else got sway some? All right, very good, guys. All right, moving along. Question 2. Two factors, two numbers when you multiply, you get 8. When you add them, you get 6.
2 and 4.
2 and 4. So it means that we're going to replace the 6x with 2x and 4x. So this would be equal to x squared oops, x squared, we can put minus, no, not minus, but plus 2x plus 4x and then we have plus 8. For the first pair, x is common. So we have x into x squared gives you x into 2x. We'll just leave back 2. And now for the next pair, what is common would be the 4. 4 into 4x leave x. And 4 into 8 goes 2. All right, so we pick out the bracketed expression. And so and divide each of these terms, we get x plus 4 in the second bracket. All right. Let's see the answer, those who get this one, please. All right. Very good, guys. Moving along now. Question 3. Two numbers that you multiply to get 10, when you add them, you get negative 7x. What are the two numbers?
5 and 2.
5 and 2. Can you be a little bit more specific?
-5 and -2.
All right, thanks much. So we're going to replace the 7x, negative 7x, with negative 2x, negative 5x, and then we have plus 10. And now what is common in the first pair would be just x. And x into x squared, just give you back x. X into minus 2x will give you just 2. And what is common for the second one would be negative 5. So negative 5 into negative 5x, positive x, negative 5 into positive 10, negative 2 rather. So what is common here is x minus 2. And what we have in the next bracket would now be x minus 5. Everybody see that? All right, moving along. Question 4. What are the two factors that when you multiply them, you get 30, when you add them, you get 11? Anybody?
-6 and 5, sir.
All right, negative 6 and negative 5, right?
Yes, sir.
We have x squared minus, as I say, the order doesn't matter. So you can have minus 6x minus 5x plus 30. All right, so for the first pair, x is common. X into x squared gives you x. X into 6x will just be 6. For the second pair, negative 5 is common. Negative 5 into negative 5x give you x. Negative 5 into positive 30 give you negative 6. So what is common here is the bracketed expression, which is negative, which is x minus 6. And so what we have remaining after we divide by that is x minus 5. And those are our factors. Let me see the hands who got those. All right. All right, very good, guys. Everybody seems to be on track. All right, moving along. So we are at question 5. What are the factors? Factors of negative 2. When you add them, you get negative 1.
Negative 2 plus 1, sir.
All right, so we would get from that we have x squared so x squared, so we have negative 2x plus x minus 2. All right, for the first pair, x is common. So we have x into x squared give you x. X into minus 2x will just give you minus 2. For the second pair, what is common would be 1. 1 into x give you back x. 1 into minus 2 give you minus 2. So we have the bracketed expression, which is common. So x minus 2. Now we divide x times x minus 2 by x minus 2. The x minus 2 cancel, leaving x. And for the next term, the x minus 2 cancel, leave plus 1. All right, and those would be our factors. Let me see the answer, those who got that as your answer for question 5. All right, moving along. Question 6. What would be the factors now for negative 15? When you add them, you get negative 2.
Negative 5 and positive 3, sir.
So here we have negative 5x plus 3x minus 15. first pair common factor would be x. And we divide x squared by x, you leave with x. Negative 5x divided by x, you leave with 5. Keep our sign here. What is common here? Positive 3. 3 into 3x give you x. 3 into negative 15 give you negative 5. So we have x minus 5 times x plus 3. All right, let me sit down to those who got question 6 correct. All right, so moving along. Question 7 now. What are the factors? Multiply, you get negative 8. When you add them, you get positive 2.
Or
Negative 4 plus 2.
All right, so negative 4 plus 2. Are you sure that will work?
Positive 4, sir. And negative 2.
All right, so positive 4 and negative 2. So we will have plus 4, or we can write it the other way around. So we have negative 2 plus 4x minus 8. All right, so what is common here for the first pair would be x. X into x squared give you x. X into 2x give you negative 2x. Sorry, x into negative 2x give you negative 2. And 4 would be the common factor here. 4 into 4x give you x. 4 into negative 8 will give you negative 2. So our factors will be x minus 2 bracket times x plus 4. Let me sit down to those who got this one. All right, so we can now do the last but not least. What are the factors here?
4, negative 3.
So you say 4, negative 3. So we have positive 4x minus 3x minus 12. And for the first pair, the common factor is x. So x into x squared give you x. X into 4x will just give you about 4. And negative 3 is our common factor here. Negative 3 into negative 3x give you x. And negative 3 into negative 12 give you a positive 4. All right, so we are, the common factor now is x plus 4 so x plus 4 times what we have outside, x minus 2. And so that is, those are our factors. All right, guys, let me see the hand who got that correct. All right, very good, guys. Well, apparently everybody seemed to get the hang of this one. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. All right, so I'm not going to be going any further. I'm not going to start anymore, anything new. I'm just going to stop here since we only have about 2 minutes remaining before the class ends. All right, so let me stop here.